Welcome back to Victory Rods Podcast. I'm Leroy Evans Jr. I got my boy with me, 2-3 Drees, the
Yes,
one and only.
sir.
Yes, sir. We're back in the building, man. We're back in the
Mhm.
building. It's the NBA Finals, man. What you got going on?
NBA Finals, yo, I don't know if you know, but this is only game three, and it's the most expensive game ever in sports history. It's
Hold
not
on.
even. It's
And,
not
and ever in sports
ever
history?
in sports history. It is not even
What?
a closeout game to see who won the championship. You still got to play another game, regardless who wins tonight. You still got to play another game. So imagine how much that closeout game going to cost.
Ooh. My question to you: if you were a multi-millionaire, would you ever buy a ticket that expensive? Hold on. How expensive is the ticket?
Let's go to TickPick, my favorite app to use. TickPick, they show you the whole charges up front. You don't get none of those extra fees when you click on it. You see $65. You click on it, it's gonna be $65. You know, you go to some other apps, you say $65. You click on it, and then it say 120. Like, what? Where'd that come from? But let's go to TickPick right now. What section you want to sit in? Let me know. You want to sit up top? You want to sit down low? You want to get the best seat available? Let me know. I'm gonna tell you the price for it.
I want to get the best seat available, man. I want to be able to see the game. I want to be able to, when I record on my phone, I don't got to zoom in too much. So I want to
Well,
see. I want the closest possible.
at this point, you know the game started in 10 minutes basically. So it ain't as many seats as available as it was before. But like for the most expensive seat they got available right now, it is $38,985, and that is row two.
$30,000.
And that's for row two.
What? Some people don't even make $30,000 in a year.
We talking closer to 40,000. We talking 39,000. Don't say 30. That's a big difference.
Yeah,
30 and
yeah, that's basically
39,000 is
40.
a big
That's
difference.
basically
And
40.
think about it. That's one ticket. That's not. We not talking two. So for me and you to go, we spending $80,000.
80 bands. And it's people there. It's people buying them. I see the celebrities in the seats. I see Joe Button there. I see Fat Joe there. I see, of course, Spike Lee. I seen Chris Rock. I seen some heavy hitters there that's spending that bag to see this game, man. I think it's a historic game because it's the New York Knicks. That's a huge city. It's the city of all cities. It's the Big Apple. That's why I think the tickets are so high too, because they haven't been to anywhere close to a finals in 30 years.
And I just checked out for game four. Right now, at this moment, before this game three is even played, for game four for that same exact seat, it is $109,000 for $109,254
Jesus
for the same
Christ.
exact seat.
My question to
It's
you
one
would
hundred
be
and ten thousand dollars per seat.
110 bands. Jesus Christ. My question to you would be: how much money would you have to make to be comfortable buying a ticket?
I, it got to be like because a lot of them people they use it for they text they got the loopholes. So a lot of times
Hmm.
they use it for they text right off like, oh,
Text right off.
this was a business meeting. I took a client here and I did this with them. You know what I mean? They know how to break the loopholes to get their money back, or they get their sponsors that take care of it and stuff like that. For me to come out of my personal pocket, it gotta first of all, it's not gonna be a team that is just a championship. It gotta be the team I grew up watching, that I loved my entire life, for me to even show up at that price point. But I got a
I think I would have to make a million a month. If
million
I
a
made
month. Okay,
if I
yeah,
made
yeah.
it if I made
That's
$1 million a month, I might buy a ticket.
that's 12 million.
And
Yeah.
and it's my team. If it got to be the Eagles. There's only one team I
That's
would do
the
this for.
that's the minimum. 12 million a month is the minimum. You'll pay that much.
Yeah, it's only two teams that I would do it for. That's the Eagles and the Sixers. I don't even know if I would do it for the Sixers. I'm doing it for the Eagles though. If I made a million a month, and let's say they don't have a game series, but it was a Super Bowl, I would pay $100,000 for a ticket if I made a million a month.
And what if you just walked into the what if you just walk down the street, you pick up a scratch off, and you won $1 million, and you like the game came on, he's like, fuck, I'm just going to the game. Or no, you gonna think use your money wisely.
Nah, I
I
would
don't know if
use
you
it
see my
wisely.
post. I don't know if you see my post earlier where I took a $16,000 seat that's available for tonight's game. And you can literally go to every single Eagles game for cheaper than going to that one game, game three tonight, which is crazy.
I seen that video,
And
and that's not even including travel.
it is. I mean, if you act so like it's $16,000. It was $16,000 for a ticket. that for every single game for a medium price ticket. We're not even talking about they just getting price. We talk about the actual mediums because you probably gonna get a good seat with those numbers. You know what I mean? So that's $8,000. You spend enough $8,000 on travel because you only gotta travel. Well, you live in Dallas, but I'm saying if you live in Philly, you only gotta travel to 8 games. So that would have been enough for you to go to every single Eagles game, home, away, travel, food, get back for one seat at one game that's not even to watch them win a championship. Imagine, no, forget that. Imagine watching your team lose after you spent $30,000.
What? I would be hot. What? At that point, if you're spending that much money, you're going for the experience. You can't really go to like, all right, my team's going to win. You're just going for the experience. It got to be because $100,000 or $30,000 is crazy. I mean, you've been to the Super Bowl. Your Super Bowl ticket wasn't even nowhere near that expensive,
Hell no.
and that's wild. That's wild.
But imagine paying that much and your team get eliminated. That's even worse.
That's even worse. Like that's a bad walk. Like just imagine walking out of the stadium and then you like, I spent all this money and we lost. Like you would, I could see it if it was like Game 7 or elimination game, and this is our chance to win the championship. So I could have the confetti fall on me and go through that whole experience. But for Game 3, it's like nobody's gonna win a championship right now. So Jesus, that's crazy.
The worst game I ever went to that like I felt like leaving when I left when we just lost to 49ers in the playoffs. Because I went to playoff games before we lost. When we lost to the Buccaneers in the playoffs, I went to that twice. They lost to Buccaneers in the playoffs. I went to. But this one was different because we was like the favorite. Everybody was hurt. We was expected to win. We was winning like the whole game. I'm still sick to this day.
Yeah, that was
That's the first loss I ever attended. But I didn't pay nowhere near 30,000. I can't imagine if I paid 30,000 to see that, and I'm just like, we got eliminated, we lost. It's like
that gotta sting. That gotta sting. Now, let's get to the game.
I would probably never go to a game again after that, honestly.
Man, let's talk about the series. Who you got? Who you got in the series? I know the Knicks is up 2-0. Do you think the Spurs can pull off the comeback and get back into the series?
Yeah, I think so. They should have won. I had them win the last game. I actually left the bar right before the game ended. I thought the Spurs were going to pull it off. Then I seen they lost by 1 point. I'm like, damn, man. I've been cheering for the Spurs since they beat the Sixers by 40, and Wemby had more block shots than points. I'm like, man, Spurs gonna be all right. They might make a little run, and I can't. I'm a Sixers fan. I just can't cheer for the Knicks. Like it's exciting. I ain't gonna lie. It is exciting to see their fans be hyped after the game, their reactions and all that stuff. And Jalen Brunson, the Eagles fan, you know what I mean? Like, Cat Eagles fan. I be like a little bit in my heart. I be wanting to win, but I can't. They the rivals. That's like That's like watching dollars in the championship and saying
Right.
I want dollars to win. I want the Spurs to win. I hope they win tonight away. They got a lot of confidence. It's gonna be hard to beat them in Madison Square Garden when people was paying at least $10,000 come out your play. So it's gonna be hard to go in there and beat them.
I'm going for the Spurs. I think if anybody could pull off coming back from 0-2, it's the Spurs. I'm a huge fan of Wemby. I always been a fan of the Spurs because I love their philosophy and how they play. They play a very team centric type of game. So if it's anybody that can pull it off, they gotta win tonight. If they don't win tonight, obviously it's over. No one has ever come back from down 3-0. I mean 0-3. So I think they could pull it off. Like you said, I can't root for the Knicks because they're a rival too. But man, they got a good team. They got a really good team. They got the chemistry. They on a hot streak right now. You see role players getting buckets, getting stops and steals. It's just like a Cinderella story for them right now. And considering that they haven't won in 30 years, this is like when the Eagles first won the Super Bowl. This is kind of like how that's what New York is feeling right now because they haven't been in the championship in 30 years. This is kind of like that. And I remember what that felt like when we first won the Super Bowl. You couldn't tell me nothing. I don't care what happened. The only thing that could have stopped my high from winning that Super Bowl is somebody dying. That's it. Anything else? If my bank account got drained, I still wouldn't have been mad because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So I know what type of feeling that New York is feeling right now. But they just got it all rolling right now. So it's a go ahead.
I'm saying you see game one where Brunson like hurt his ankle or something like that,
Mhm.
and he couldn't barely walk. He got on the court and scored like 10 straight points. He had like that fire in his eye. Like it was so hard to go against him. I'm like, yo, look at like I commented on somebody's picture. I'm on video. I'm like, you could tell he an Eagles fan. He got that dog in him.
Got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He got that birds in him, man. He
He
bleed
was
green.
literally limping on the court like could barely walk and like scored like 8 straight buckets. I'm like, yo, dog, he wanted bad, and it's
He
hard to
got
go
green in
against him,
his
but I
blood.
can't like. I'll be happy for if they win, but like I just don't hope they win, man. Especially
His
after they
his blood is
they bitching
green.
over our stadium and talking shit and all that, man.
Yeah.
I like the team, though. I like the fans. Though. That happens to us a lot too. A lot of times they say I like the Eagles, but I hate your fans. That's how I kind of feel right now. Like I like the players on their team, but the fans, I don't know. They kind of insane themselves.
They arrogant as hell. What I was about to say, but I was just watching this story about how Jalen Brunson even became a Knick, how Dallas fumbled him. I'm like, oh man, I wish they didn't because I live in Dallas right now. So Dallas is kind of like the Mavericks is kind of like my second team. I'll be rooting for them just because I'm in the city, and I'll be wanting to win so I could go to all the festivities and stuff like that. And the way that Dallas fumbled Jalen Brunson, that got to be one of the biggest fumbles in NBA history.
I don't think he would be the Jalen Brunson he is if he stayed in Dallas. Honestly,
You think so?
I don't
If
think
he
he
if he
would.
played with Luca,
No, I don't think he'd be the Jalen Brunson he is now.
I think he would be close to it. I think so because
Same thing.
he was getting off before he left. Before he left Dallas, he was getting buckets. He was averaging at least 20 a game. And he started to heat up. And then as soon as he started to heat up, that's what made his contract so kind of confusing because it's like, do we play him like he's been playing recently? Who's calling me? Potential spam. Do we pay him like he's been playing recently, or do we pay him how he's been playing the last few years? And obviously, they should have paid him like he's been playing recently. But I'm proud of Jalen Brunson, man. I always root for the underdog, even though it's the Knicks. I still like underdog stories. I like when everybody doubts you because he's short. He's not the typical 6'5", 6'6" guard. He's left-handed. He's been doubted his whole life, and to see him go out there and get buckets and do his thing, man, that's it's like a Philly mentality. Like you said, he got that dog in him, man. So that's why I can root for the Knicks. But are the Spurs like ahead of schedule? Like, did you think they would be this good this early? I thought it would take them at least 3 or 4 more years for Wembyana to really grow into a superstar. And the fact that he's doing it so early, uh, could you have foreseen that? Did you predict that?
Um, no, I first got a feel of like them can make a run to the championship when I actually went to the game and watched them play, where they beat the Sixers, like I said, by 40 points, and it wasn't just him. Like it wasn't him that had to take over to put up 40 himself, get 20 rebounds. It was the whole team. Like he go sit down and chill, and they still putting up points. Just like you said, like the Spurs, the best Spurs I ever seen is when they beat the Heat in the championship, and like Tony Parker, Ginobili, all of them get off the court. They still producing the same amount of like points. They still playing the same amount of defense. You can't tell Tony Parker left their foot, the court or
Mhm.
whatever. And that's how it was this year when I went to the game. I'm like, it don't matter who's in the game. They doing the same exact thing. And I was like, that builds a championship team right there. So when I went to the game and so I sat there in person and watched them win by 40, by the whole team, the starters, the bench, Houston, I'm like, they got a chance to make that run. So that's when I first realized that they could have a chance to make that run.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, I thought it would take a few more years for him to develop, but man, shit, he proved me wrong, bro. He is going crazy. Um, Who do you think is the better young superstar right now, Anthony Edwards or Victor Wembanyama?
A better superstar.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Edwards is more exciting. But
Hmm.
like, if you want to say like Super Bowl, I mean, a superstar as a winner and as a more so of a team player that could about like help his team win more, it'll be Wimby. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm, true.
what you gonna say?
I say Anthony Edwards leaving Minnesota. I would say Wembanyama because he's not. I think he's gonna play his entire career, barring injury. He's gonna play his entire career with the Spurs, and that's going to increase his stardom. I see Anthony Edwards for him to outshine Victor. He would have to leave Minnesota. To me, I think Wimbiana is a bigger superstar because he's in a bigger market in San Antonio, in Texas. The whole Texas is rooting for him. Um, so my pick would be Vic.
I,
Vic.
yeah, yes, like that star, like Andy Edwards could be that star player, but they don't they compete, but not. But they did get close before, so it's kind of hard to say when I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I
they,
get
they
what you're
did
saying.
they did come close, but I just feel like for overall team a better fit. Like if we had if right now we had a draft right now, you had to pick who you want first. I'm picking Wimby. Like if them two like was on a draft board, I'm taking
Mm.
Wimby first.
I don't know. I might take Anthony Edwards because he got that dog in him too, and I like his
Yeah.
attitude towards the game. He don't do all that flopping stuff like Shea be doing. I kind
Yeah.
of hate Shea, but he gives me that '90 early 2000s player. Like he's playing through you. Like he's not looking for the foul. If he gets fouled, so be it. But he's looking to get a bucket. Victor Wembanyama is the same way. He's not flopping all over the place. He plays with heart. You see him crying and stuff like that. So that's a good matchup, man. That's gonna be a matchup for years to come. Hopefully, they can get some help over in Minnesota or move him to Dallas, trade him to Dallas, so I can see him play. Trade him to the Mavericks, man. Put him in Dallas so I can watch him, so I could get cheap tickets. Is that all we got for the NBA? And what's your prediction for the finals? Who do you think's gonna win it all? Did we already
Who I
say that?
think
Or
is
no?
going to win it all because they up 2-0. The Knicks, who I want to win it all, I want the Spurs. But the Knicks win it all. It's gonna be cool to see the videos. It'll be cool to see the
Right.
fan reactions.
I wish I could go out in the
Whatever.
streets and see New York in the streets, make some content or something, but it's gonna be
That's gonna be
madness.
crazy.
It'd be madness because I'll be watching Side Talk. Is it called Side Talk in New York? The street interviews and stuff. They'd be going crazy. It'd be funny.
This about to be the eighth straight year with a different champion. So shout out to the NBA. It's gonna be
Shout
it's
out
been
to the NBA, man.
different championship matchups. Because for a while, all we saw was Steph Curry there or LeBron there for like 9 straight years. The past 8 years have been totally different winners. It's gonna be exciting. Whoever do win is gonna be the city gonna be lit. Of course, New York more because Spurs got so many championships.
Right, right. All right, we could switch gears to the NFL. Let's get into the NFL. All right, let's start off with our birds, man. AJ Brown was traded. AJ Brown is one of my favorite players. Oh my god!
Well,
But hey,
he still could be.
it's a.
He not your favorite player no more.
I still think he's the best receiver.
Oh, all right. So I mean,
That's a hot take. I still think he's the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on that. I still think he a dog. But let's go to the NFL. Obviously, the news of the offseason has been AJ Brown traded to the New England Patriots. Who do you think won that trade? The Philadelphia Eagles or the New England Patriots?
I think everybody won that trade. Honestly, I
Same.
mean, AJ Brown. Shout out to the Eagles for making his dream come true. He get to go to the team that he grew up loving. Patriots wanted him, so he got basically he got what he wanted. The Patriots got what they wanted. We got what we wanted. We got a first round pick. We saved $50 million. So they pay. You know what I mean, I feel like everybody wanted. It's no bad blood. Like y'all got what y'all want. We got rid of them. We saved $50 million. Use that on a whole nother player. So a lot of people don't know that part. They be like, oh, they got a first round pick later, but we saved $50 million, which is that help us make moves. We basically got the bull from Minnesota for free. If you like, you put it
Facts.
like that.
Facts. Facts.
What's
I
his
was
name? What's his name? What's his name? Grenard.
Grenard, Jonathan Grenard.
Yeah, we basically got him for free off of that trade. So a lot of people they skip over that part. They just see, oh, we got what a 2027 or 2028. One of them first round pick. You know
Yeah.
how he's a genius. Right?
How is a genius, man? How is a
We got
genius?
our
I
we
think
got our money. We got our money's worth too. Another thing about that, like we got
facts.
AJ Brown. We got him for 4 years. He broke Eagles records. We went to the Super Bowl twice. We won once. Like we got our money's worth for AJ Brown. You could be upset at him all you want because especially all the stuff that came out afterwards. But listen, it paid off. Our risk that we took, giving him a first round pick, we got one back for him. So it's like I'm satisfied. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm satisfied for what we got out of it.
I feel the same. I feel the same. We traded a first round pick. We got a first round pick. So basically, we paid a guy to come in, dominate, break records, win a Super Bowl. And I'm always a fan of getting rid of a player a year early before they're out of their prime, before you get rid of them a year late. So this could be perfect time, and who knows? In 3 years, AJ Brown may not be the same player that he was a few years ago. So I'm all for that. We got a first round pick. Of course, it's not this upcoming season; it's the next season. But I think that's going to come in perfect timing because the GM that we have, we may not draft a player. We may trade that first round pick for another player and get another dog and do it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think both sides, like you said, both sides won. I think the Eagles won more only because we drafted Makai Lemon. So even though he's not going to replace AJ Brown, uh, we have somebody that can help fill that void with Hollywood Brown, Tavian Wicks, and Makai Lemon. I think the offense is going to be better than it was last year. We led the league in third 3-and-outs. We have to be better. Like it can't be no worse.
Yeah.
And I think that the offense wasn't really bad last year because of the wide receivers. It's because the offensive line was hurt. So that's more important, getting the offensive line healthy. Offensive line get healthy, we get back to Saquon Barkley, and everything's going to be good on the Eagles side. On the Patriots side, man, they got a dog, man. They got a hell of a player. If they think Drake May is who they think he is, and he's a superstar quarterback, AJ Brown is going to help that. He's going to accelerate their process, and hopefully, they turn out good over there. But I think both sides won.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we building something special over here, man. Like we still got a championship team. People forget about that. People think that Eagles fans are supposed to be crying and sad. We got a championship team. I don't care what nobody say.
Eagles fans themselves, man, they've been like disappointing me honestly in this past week or so on their reaction of it. Like, I think what hurts them is what could have been like. We could have been this with AJ, but it's cool. Like he going. Why we worried about it? We got a championship off of. We went twice. We got the most winning we've seen ever in the Eagles history in the past few years. Like appreciate that time. Now it's time to move on. Just like you said, we still got a championship caliber team. So I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about what the Rams over there are doing than what's happening with the Patriots. You know what I mean? The Rams over
Right,
there building a
right,
fucking Super Bowl team. We need to worry about that. Yeah. So
right. Speaking of that, what's your take on the Myles Garrett trade? For some reason, I knew Myles Garrett was going to get traded, and I thought that we had a chance to get him before we signed it. Before we signed Greenyard, Jonathan Grenard. Before we signed him, I was like, I don't know why, but I think we're going to add a pass rusher. Um, it was a slight hope it was Myles Garrett, but I was like, is they going to move him?
I
Are they
mean, it
not
could
going
have
to move
been,
him?
but the Browns wanted Carter, and they wasn't giving up Carter.
Would you have did that?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I don't.
John Carter too young.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But we know from like the history, Rams don't give a f about first round picks. They go all in all the time, training their first round picks. They did twice this offseason. The last time they won a championship, they did it. I think they in the past 10 years they only had like one of their own first round draft picks out of all those years because they don't care about the first round draft pick. They're trying to win right now. That's something you could say about the Rams. They be all in. They be trying to win. There's some other teams that be having opportunity too, but they be scared to pull that trigger. The Rams is not one of those. So I've been afraid of the Rams for like the past 3 years, and they get scarier and scarier. We got to play them again this year. I'm like, why? We got to play them basically 4 times in a year and a half. Like I'm tired of the Rams.
Right. And I'm glad that they got rid of Verse because Verse gave Lane Johnson fits in the playoffs. And that was one player that I was scared of. I was like, man, if it's anybody that I've seen give Lane Johnson trouble, it was him. So like I'm cool with him leaving the NFC. Uh I'm
What?
I'm I'm
You more cool with Myles Garrett coming
yes.
than Verse leaving?
Yes.
What?
Honestly, yes.
You know who broke the record record last year?
Yeah, but I look at it as far as in matchups. Like, didn't we play the Browns, right? We played the Browns, right?
A few years ago.
Yeah, but like for some reason, I'm big on matchups rather than just straight out talent. Like, how do we match up against this player? Verse had a 3-sack game against us, right? And did he have 3 sacks or 2.5 sacks? in that playoff game, he was going crazy, and I was like, I don't want to see this dude no more. I don't give a damn who else we see. I just don't want to see him because he wrecked the game against one of our best players. I think we match up better with Myles Garrett than him.
Jeez.
Myles Garrett is better than Verse. I'm not saying that he's not better than Verse. Myles Garrett is better than Verse, but we match up with Myles Garrett better than Verse, if that makes sense.
Let me say something to that. Of course the Browns do got a good defense, but the Rams have a good defense as well. The only thing the Rams lacked that was corner, and they made their corner better. So the Rams D line is pretty good. So like you know what I mean, you're not just worried about Verse. They got a whole D line where you got to worry about the Browns on their D line. You just worried about Myles Garrett. So you slide to him and like double teaming him and like making sure he covered up. When the Rams they got multiple people up front that make plays. So that's another thing. Like you adding Myles Garrett to a bunch of other playmakers out there.
True. That makes sense. I didn't think about that. I still think we win the Super Bowl. Bring them all.
And then another thing is when you playing the Browns, you don't gotta pass the ball. Like you got the lead, you holding the ball. When you playing the Rams, you gotta keep up with Matthew Stafford. So like this, the pass rush comes even more. Like that's why the Jared Verse got more opportunity. You know what I mean? To get those plays. So you add Myles Garrett there instead of Jared Verse. The corners in heaven right now. They happy as hell. The safeties is happy as hell right now. It is added him. The person who's sad is Jared Verse taking his ass to Cleveland.
Yep. Yeah,
And we can
probably not gonna stay there.
We can put a bet in right now that he don't get double-digit sacks in Cleveland.
That's a crazy take. Oh, okay.
Myles Garrett won't have double-digit sacks. Jared Verse won't.
I'm gonna pay attention to that. That's gonna be a tracker. I'm gonna pay attention to that. Do you think the Eagles will regret this trade in 2 years, going back to the AJ Brown?
No, like why would you regret like sending somebody off that don't want to be here? You know what I mean?
That's my whole thing. That was my whole thing. Why I'm not.
They would regret keeping him, honestly. Like, especially if we seen like his effort last year and things like that, where he not blocking as he used to. Like, if you watch last year tape and the year before that when he blocking downfield, it's a totally different block. I mean, dropping passes that he usually catch, his effort for going for the ball, it wasn't the same. That's because I'm not really happy. Like, I ain't saying he did it on purpose. A lot of people's like he did it on purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. Just the enthusiasm wasn't there as it was before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe that. Especially coming out saying that he was the one who leaked insider information to the media. That was one of the things that I disagreed with what he did, because you leak that news and you leak that to the media, but then you dropping passes on the field and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, his mind wasn't in it for the Eagles. So
you think you one of the people that think he did it on purpose, drop passes?
I don't think he did it on purpose, but I think that when you in a funk, everything happens.
Yeah.
Like if you're not happy you could be the best basketball player or football player, but if you're not happy internally, other stuff is going to start to happen, like drop passes, like I didn't think I had the block, but now that was a key block that I should have picked up, but my head space is all over the place. So yeah, like you said, if he ain't want to be here, it's time to move him, man, because it's affecting his play on the field. I don't think he dropped it on purpose, though. I don't see AJ Brown doing that. That'll be a stain on his jacket if you out there sabotaging the game, man. You still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Do your job, bro. Like nobody wants a receiver that's dropping passes on purpose. That'd be crazy.
Right. Nobody wants a receiver that's leaking stuff on purpose either. He said, I won't do that no more.
And you a captain. And he was a captain. Like, how are you a captain? You doing that, bro? How did you think that was cool? You should have consulted with somebody before you did that, man. Talk to Ocho or one of them. Like, man, I'm about to do this. What you think? Do something, bro. But golly, that was crazy. And to come out on an interview and say it, man. My question to you, who do you think is going to be better the next 5 years? AJ Brown and Drake May, or Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith?
5 years?
Who do you think is going to put up the best numbers?
Honestly, I don't think neither one of the duos going to be together for the next 5 years. 5 years kind of like long,
Let's
but
say three.
if I
Let's say
had to
three.
guess, if I would have to guess, I would have to say Jalen Hurts and Smitty probably stay together longer. Honestly,
Let's say 3 years. Let's say 3 years. Let's
for the
say
next
three.
3 years,
Who's gonna be the better duo over the next 3 years? Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, Drake May and AJ Brown.
damn. Go ahead, you go first.
I think I think
You go first.
I think the Eagles will have more success, but I think that Drake May and AJ Brown are going to put up better numbers. Like I think that AJ Brown is probably going to have more receiving yards than Devontae Smith because they're in a more pass happy offense and we run the ball. But I think the Eagles are going to go further in the playoffs than the New England Patriots.
Or another thing, so AJ Brown first year was damn near 1,500 yards. You think his first year with the Patriots was gonna be more than that?
No,
So
nah.
would you say Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown would be more successful than Drake May and AJ Brown would be?
We'll say it one more time.
So do you think like AJ Brown Tom? So he was with the Eagles for 4 years. So do you think AJ Brown Tom with Jalen Hurts would be more productive than his time with Drake May his next 4 years?
No. His best times was with Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's going to see them numbers no more. He's not going to see 1,400 years, all pro seasons. He's not going to do that. I see 1,100-1,200 yards out of AJ.
So what you
That's
see out of,
his
so what you
best
see out
year.
of Smitty if you say they're going to be better?
I see Smitty going for about 1,200. I don't see him going for 1,500 yards because you do got Mekhi Lemon, you do got Dallas Goedert, you do got Saquon Barkley, you do got Dontayvion Wicks, you do got Hollywood Brown. Everything that's around our offense, it's going to be tough for Devontae to have a 1,500 yard season. Even though AJ Brown did it, I think AJ Brown's a better receiver than Devontae Smith. That's what I think. Do I think
Yeah,
Devontae Smith?
we got to run a tape back. We got to run a tape back because you said this a few years, not a few years ago, but a few probably months ago. You said
Mhm.
he gonna have some JSN numbers. Now you switch. Now you lowering it down. He said he gonna be
That was
the
before.
JSN.
That was before we drafted Mekhi Lemon. I was saying that with Devontae Smith being the number one, and you having Hollywood Brown and Dontayvion Wicks. Now that we spent the first round pick on Mekhi Lemon, I think his numbers aren't going to be 1,700 yards no more. I think he can. He's it's
McCollum getting
capable.
a stack.
What'd you say?
McCollum getting a stack.
I would see between 700 and a stack. Yeah, he could do it. I think so.
Listen, let me put out a bold prediction. This is going to be Jalen Hurts' first year with a 4,000 yards.
I believe that.
Let me get a stack. My man Smitty gonna get 1,200, and they not playing the last games. So take away the last games. 16 games. They gonna do that in 16 games.
MVP season for Jalen Hurts.
No, not MVP.
You think it's going to be his best year of his career?
I mean, if you
Numbers wise.
shit. If you want to say 14, last year he had the most passing touchdowns, but it didn't feel like this best. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like. Did it feel like it to you?
Nah.
It didn't feel like he had the highest passing touchdowns in his career. It didn't feel like it, but four is gonna be the most passing yards he get in a year, I believe.
Okay, bold prediction.
I feel like all his years been special in a different way. Like his MVP season where it was like all around. Then you got the fall off season that kind of like fell off. But then you got your Super Bowl MVP season where you know what I mean he didn't really throw that many yards, but he did get a lot of rushing touchdowns, not just tush pushes either. Because everybody would say just tush push. Go watch the highlights. He got some 40-yard rushing touchdowns and shit like that. People always
Right.
skip those with touchdowns. They're like, all he did was you must miss the read options where he pull that shit right for 40 yards.
Facts. I think his best year was what 2023, the year we lost the Super Bowl. I think that was his best year to me, as far as in feel and watching it.
Mhm.
I think that was his best year. I think he had double-digit rushing touchdowns that year.
Yeah,
That was one.
all his years be like good in a different way. Like it'd be hard to explain. So I think this year gonna be the year for the passing yards. So last year was passing touchdowns. This year passing
4,000 plus passing yards, winning the NFC East, and at least a conference championship appearance.
All right, you
That's
think
my
you'll see no more tush pushes this year?
I would like to see more. I'm a fan of the tush push. I
No,
think it's a rushing
I
touchdown.
say, would you see like no more? I ain't say more.
No more. Nah, I think we're still gonna see it because it's effective. Why would you not? I don't think we're
And
gonna see it as
they
much.
stopped doing it for real last season. They
Yeah,
like pulled away from it, and a big part of that a lot of people didn't know because Leonard Dickerson. I mean, what you call him was
had
hurt.
a herniated disc. Yeah,
Not Leonard Dickerson. You know what I'm talking
Cam
about?
Jurgens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that herniated. I had a herniated disc last year, and when he came out and said he was playing through that, peace be with you, brother, because that shit hurt. I had a herniated disc at my job working, and I had to take a week off from work. And the fact that he was playing through that, man, salute to you, bro. I know he had to get painkiller injections.
I really think we're going to do way less tush push. You ain't going to see it as often as we usually see. It ain't going to be as automatic before. That's how I think.
I wish we did though. It's too effective.
Yeah, I love when I'm in that state in
I,
the stadium. They be mad as hell, like tush push. I'm like, yep,
right.
yep,
Yep.
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 Stop
I
it.
love that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie
It's like
to
that's
you. When
like
I see
saying
that,
why you keep you the tallest? Why you keep dunking on me? Like
yeah,
no,
like
stop
why you keep making free throws?
it.
What? I'm doing this shit, bro. You crazy. Getting this dub. What other questions I got? Let me see.
No, I still want to see AJ Brown do good though. I want him to see like honestly, if I got a chance to draft AJ Brown in my fantasy league, I'm gonna draft him because I'm still a cheer for him. I don't got no hate towards him. A lot of our fans got hate towards him. I don't care. Go play for your team you want to go play for. Have fun.
I don't hate AJ Brown. I hate the way that he handled the situation.
Mm,
And the thing about it is, I give a lot of players grace because we jump on these players back when they do something wrong, like these people are 40 years old. These are young men that's going to make mistakes, that never had these situations, never knew how to handle these situations before in their life. Like all the people that we're talking about is what, under 30 years old.
mm-hmm.
Like I would ask people who criticize them, what were you doing when you were under 30 years old? You made mistakes. You handled situations wrong.
All right.
All right, he made a mistake. He handled the situation wrong. He could have handled it better, but he's a young man. Give him some grace, man. Not everybody's perfect. He tried to voice his frustrations. He tried to go about it one way with the passing offense. Nobody listened to him. But in the whole grand scheme of everything, AJ Brown was right. The passing offense was struggling. The passing offense wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. If you got two superstar receivers, a superstar running back, a stud tight end, a dominant offensive line, and what we call as a top 5, top 10 quarterback, why are we leading the league in 3-and-outs? He was right.
Right.
He wasn't wrong. He was just wrong about how he handled the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But his whole point of the situation was right. I was on his side.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like a lot of people don't know the most sport that you practice, the sport you practice the most and play the least amount of games is football. So can you imagine running 300 routes in a week and get 7 yards?
Yeah.
I
Or catching.
ran 300 routes this week, and a game came. I got the ball passed to me 3 times. I got 7 yards. I don't care
Yeah,
who you are. You gonna be
I
upset
caught
about
1,000 passes this week in practice. 1,000 passes. I was on the jugs machine. I was running routes with my quarterback, and then when the game time, which the game is only once a week, sometimes not even that. You might have a bye week. It's once a week, and I get 7 targets. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. It's tough.
7 yards. I think that what's going on game, the first game of the season against Cowboys. I think he had like one catch, 7 yards or some shit like that. Especially coming up just think about it, like you coming up the Super Bowl, all your family there to watch you, the banner drop and shit like that. You out there ran 52 routes and got the ball once. Like you
Yeah,
fucking
that's
pissed the
crazy.
fuck off. Like what the fuck? I just
It
did
would
this
be
whole
hot.
off season. I just did all training camp doing 1,000 routes. I'm hyped up for this shit to get back on the field after all this time. And I get the ball come my way one time for 7 yards.
And I gotta wait all the way till next week to try again. Like the NBA is different. You might have back-to-back games. Like you might, all right, I had a bad game tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna light their ass up. or you might have 3-4 games in a week. No, I gotta wait all the way till next week to try again. And let's say that game is a bad game. Next thing you know, done went damn near a month, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I would be frustrated too. Shit.
That's honestly that's the reason why I got recruited to play receiver, but I chose to play like D back for that purpose. Like I'd rather go get the ball than wait for the ball to come get me. Like I hate running routes and you wide the fuck open and you look up like the ball. That's the most frustrating thing in the world, honestly.
I could feel you because even playing basketball,
I might say basketball, you go down on a fast break every time, wide the fuck open.
you wide open.
The ball don't come, or they pass it soon. Like even niggas pass the ball super late, they dribble all the way down the court. They pass you like look at the fucking I'm open. Now I got fucking.
Or you take a bad shot and I'm wide open. Like what are you doing, bro? And we young, so yeah, I'm gonna have a hot head. How old is AJ Brown? What, 27? Yeah, he young as hell, bro. Of course he gonna be mad. I would be mad too. But what's your prediction for Makai Lemon? I don't think we talked about us drafting Makai Lemon on the last episode. Do you think he's gonna be do you think he can win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
No, I don't think he's gonna win. I think Jeremiah Love probably would. He the whole offense. They gonna feed him the most. He gonna get more opportunities. I mean, so I think Jeremiah Love be like a top candidate. Last year I was kind of close with Tyler Warren. That was my guy right there. I think he's gonna be a Pro Bowler this year too, coming up on his second year. But yeah, I don't think Makai Lemon gonna get as many opportunities as Jeremiah Love. That's literally his team. Like, I mean, they do got Trey McBride, so I say it's Trey McBride team first, but him and they gonna be the workhorses. Yeah, we played against them this year too. I just peeped that. Yeah, we played them December 5th in Arizona. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, oh shit. We play Arizona this year.
I think he gonna have a similar year to Devontae Smith rookie year. Not as good, not 900 yards, but I see him going for like 700-800 yards this year. Best 1100 because he's coming in. He's going to be the number 2 receiver right off the bat. So I expect him, but I expect him to have a great career in Philly. I don't expect him to be a bust like Jalen Reagor. None of them. I think he's going to do what needs to be done, and he's going to be like that. He's going to be a great number 2. He's coming behind Smitty. Smitty's very he helps people. Like he's going to bring them along. Hopefully, our offensive coordinator is what everybody say he is. So I think he's gonna have a good year, man. I hope he win Offensive Rookie of the Year. What else happened this past week?
How you feel about Cooper DeJean going to safety and base formation? You feel confident with him at safety and base?
Yeah, only because he's so athletic. I would like that. Cause we got 2 good cornerbacks. If you put him at safety, I think he's athletic enough, and he got the speed. And I think he's smart enough to do it. He's a great tackler, so he could come down. He could play in the box if need be. He could come upfield and make a tackle. What?
No, like I say, that's what I think they're gonna use it for. Like base could come down and make the tackle and have Makuba more free in the coverage area. You know what I mean?
Well, I forgot Makuba coming back.
Cause he's such a good tackler in open space. So I think that's why they're gonna use him in base, but still put him at nickel.
Yeah, everybody's talking about our offense, but our defense is like that, bro. Our defense is gonna be really good. I'm mad we didn't get a chance to keep Nakobe Dean because I think he's a dog. He's top 5 linebacker in the league.
What?
You don't think so?
Top 5 linebacker in the league?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You don't think Nakobe Dean is like that? Man. He is like that, bro. What? Defense was totally different when he came back from injury, bro.
He really like blow shit up. He's just so smart. He knows where to be. The top 5 linebacker in the league. That's
yeah. I think he's like right under that tier of elite. Like he's not.
So you thought he's better than Zach Bond?
Yeah, I think he was better than Zach Bond. Yeah.
We should have paid Nakobe Dean instead of Zach Bond.
Yeah, but I understand why, because of his injury history. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why. But if I had to pick Zach Bond or Nakobe Dean, I would have kept Nakobe Dean.
For real?
Yeah. And I like Zach Bond. I'm a big fan of Zach Bond.
I like Zach Bond on a more athletic level as in coverage. Like he a better coverage linebacker than Nakobe Dean is. Nakobe Dean go blow shit up and make the tackle in the backfield. But
Mm-hmm.
coverage wise, I think Nakobe Dean, Zach
Zach
Bond
Bond.
better in coverage.
True. Cause I like the whole Georgia thing we got going on with Jordan Davis and all them. They was hooping, man. I wish Keely Ringo was better. I thought I whiffed on that pick. I thought he was gonna be a dog, but hopefully he still can be. But yeah, I'm taking Kobe Dean. He's a beast, man. I hope he go crazy over there with the Raiders,
Sure.
man. He'll go crazy over there, man. Shout out to
That's,
him,
that's
bro.
another person. That's another person that like I'm a fan of. No matter where you go, I'm gonna be out there cheering for you. Me, hoping you do good, watching see
Same,
what you do.
same.
I don't,
Especially because I met him. Like I think that when you meet players and they're not egotistical and they're very humble and stuff like that, you become a fan of them. Like
mm,
one person I'm not a fan of is that nut ass nigga Michael Irvin. I'm not a fan of him.
what?
Yeah, he wouldn't let me get a picture when we was out Radio Row. I'm like, dang, bro. Yeah, like he went out his way not to let me get a picture. Like I'm trying to take a picture, he turned his back to me. So I go to the try to get in front of him, and he turned his back to me again. I was like, oh, he really avoided me. Like, okay, cool. Like you nut ass cowboy.
You know that's kind of weird
Well,
because
I
you're
don't
the Eagles,
care.
you know.
Yeah, like that was some nut ass shit that he did, man. Like he ain't had to do that, man. And
Right.
that's how I'm like, all right, now I'm not a fan of him. Like if he was a player at the time, I'm like, I'm not a fan of him. But the Kobe Dean, he'll stop, chop it up with you, laugh and joke with you, all type of stuff like that. I'm a fan of him, man. I wish him the best success
Same
and
same
everything,
thing
man.
with my guy Zaire Rodgers, man. I actually just got a chance to volunteer at his
Yeah.
camp this past weekend. He put on a free camp for almost 200 kids, man. It was cool to see from 6 to 16 a whole bunch of kids come out, and they were like so thankful to be in the atmosphere of a Super Bowl champion, a guy that came from where they came from, because he's from Tampa, and to see him go to the NFL and win the Super Bowl, but the kids were like so amazing. So just to see them come out there and work hard, what Isaiah Rodgers could put out there, he didn't have to do that. It was all for free. They got school supplies, they got food, they got the experience. Man, he gave out MVP bikes, iPads, headphones. So that was pretty cool just to be a part of it. And just coaching up the kids, man, I feel like I had some purpose being out there helping them out. Shout out to him, man, former Eagle. Now he played Minnesota Vikings, but I still be tuned in seeing what he's doing. He putting on for the community, not just in football too, man. I love the community stuff though. I volunteer my time anytime to go do that.
Yeah, shout out to Isaiah Rogers. I remember I bumped him at the celebrity game. He was very apologetic, like my bad, that was my fault. This is that. I was like, oh, dude, he cool as hell, man. I fucks with Isaiah Rogers, man. I
Mm-hmm.
got a few pictures of him too. But yeah, he cool. I wish he still played for the Eagles too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Do you got anything else? I think I asked you this question already before.
What question is that?
Would you rather teach your son how to box or how to handle a gun?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that's old. I'm just looking through my notes. A lot of this stuff is old. Do you think Nick Foles' jersey should be retired?
I don't think he should have a statue for real, for real.
I don't think so neither. I don't
I
think so
think that was
neither.
like weird that he got a statue after like winning the Super Bowl. That was like weird. Why the fuck he get a statue?
It's because it was our first, and everybody was just
like,
so
like,
everybody was so hyped.
you like forget that. How you think Brian Dawkins feel? He put over for the city all these years. He still giving back to the city right now. Like if I was like, I know McNabb hated that because McNabb think he the best quarterback ever in Philadelphia history. But like, just think about all the people that put on for fucking 10+ years for the Eagles, and they don't got no fucking statue.
Right. I think Jalen Hurts is more deserving than him. Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl MVP too.
And he went there twice.
Right, right. I think we just jumped the gun on that. We just hype. It's
Right?
like, oh my god, build a statue. Who gonna build it up? I don't know. Give it to Nick.
We can put Jeffrey Lurie out there or something. Like, yeah.
Howie Roseman, he could get a statue. Give Howie a damn statue.
They could have fucking Lane Johnson and cut Jason
Lane,
Kelsey. Like they've been in a
Jason
whole up and
Kelsey,
down.
yeah,
Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
They just
Definitely Jason Kelsey. I
way
would definitely
longer.
support that. If Jason Kelsey got a statue, I would definitely support that. And Lane Johnson. They both was 10-year long, over 10 plus years,
Shit,
won the Super
Andy
Bowl.
Reid deserved it more than Nick Foles.
Oh, that was
Andy Reid deserved a
crazy.
statue more than Nick
And
Foles.
Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson there too, right?
Yeah.
Oh hell no. They gotta take that John down.
Yeah, dog, idiot. They took us to the. I mean, we went to the Super Bowl, but we was fucking in the mix for fucking 10 straight
Yeah.
years, going to
They
the
gotta
NFC
take that
Championship all them
John
times in a
down,
row.
man. They gotta take that John down. They snap.
Man,
And then they gonna fire Doug. They gave him a statue, then fired him.
and traded
They traded Nick Foles through the next season, the 2 seasons later. Like, oh, y'all jumped the gun on that, John.
Them niggas there, they probably had what 5 years each total, probably. I don't even think Doug Peterson didn't even have 5 years.
Dang, that's crazy. I had a question. Do you think AJ Brown is the most physical receiver in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, over DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
I'm not saying better. I'm saying more physical.
Yeah.
I got him as number 1. I think he's the best.
Yeah, I just gotta go off what the players say to go against him. You know what I mean? Like I never went against him in the way they say. Like he's like a strong as hell with his hands and all that stuff like that. So I gotta go with what the people say.
Okay.
Go against him, not just the people, because some people just say anything.
They do. You can't listen to every comment. Twitter be crazy. You be on Twitter or X?
Sometimes.
But yeah, they be going crazy. Sometimes you gotta ignore them Johns. I'm like, nah, they rage baiting over there right now. But Twitter, that's my favorite app to be on. Like, if I'm bored or something, I'm like, I'm going to Twitter. Cause I watch a lot of Animal Planet stuff. Like, if you go to my Twitter, my algorithm is like all type of crazy animals eating other animals, alligators fighting tigers, and
You watching AI?
Don't be AI. I can tell the difference.
Alligators fighting tigers. They're not even the same. They're not even the same area.
Leopards. They be fighting leopards. Leopards. I'm gonna send you the videos when I start seeing them.
You be watching AI, dog.
I'm a fan of AI. If it's good, if the AI good, I'll watch it. I ain't got anything else, man. Let me see.
Man, shout out. Listen, I got something else. Forget those Knicks tickets. Make sure y'all traveling and go see the Eagles play. And if y'all need a place that don't know how to plan y'all trips,
look.
Make sure. As
soon as I go on X, it's a
like blurry. I can't see that.
It's a lion fighting something. I don't know. It might be AI. But yeah, what you're saying? Go to London? I wish I could go, bro.
I don't know. You messed up my commercial I was doing.
My bad. Run it back. Forget the Knicks tickets.
Yeah, forget those high Knicks tickets. If y'all want to go to every single Eagles game and y'all need to figure out a way how to get there with no planning, just make a deposit and make your payments. Go to greenlegion.com, man. They hook me up. All you gotta do is make my payment. You got tailgates, you got pep rallies, all you can eat, all you can drink, and they make sure you get to the game with your transportation, your hotel, your flight, all that in one package with Green Legion. So shout out to Green Legion, man. If y'all want to travel with the Eagles game like we do, you see he got there right there. His little John over there. Green Legion, baby. And I'll see you at the Eagles game. Shooting some content.
I'll see you there, man. We might ask y'all for an interview question, so we'll see you there.